Welcome you into this week's life lesson. Peace and love, kings and queens, and welcome to this week's life lesson. You have entered into a transformation station. That's what I want to label this week's life lesson. Just the space that you are allowing yourself to enter in. I want you to think of it as a transformation station, and it is completely up to you what you will allow yourself to receive in these moments. But I would like for you to receive a little ray of hope, maybe where you thought a situation may have lost hope, or where you can't see hope. I want to install a little bit of hope into your situation. Just even from my testimony, I was just thanking God alone for my testimony. I was like, wow, I have a testimony. And even to think about the grace and the favor that God has placed over my life, for me to even be able to sit in front of people and talk about the things that God has allowed me to make it through, is mind blowing to me. That is such a blessing. So sometimes it's all in the way that we view the circumstances that happen to us in our life, whether we are going to allow those circumstances to take us under, or whether we are going to allow the circumstances in our life to carry us to the next point of our life. Everything don't have to be the end of the world. So we just have to make those conscious decisions in our mind, what we will receive from the lessons. I don't know why a lot of us have to go through some of the things that we have to go through in life, but I choose to be transformed, to take my testimony. Someone enlightened that to me. I was just talking about, I didn't even get into detail when I was having a conversation with this particular person. I never got into detail exactly the things that I had to go through, even with my childhood, my past, and all of those things. The person that I was talking to does know that I am a divorced woman, and I had a broken marriage. My first marriage was not very successful, and I told him what I chose to do with that experience in particular. So he was like, "Oh, so you take the circumstances of life and turn them into something beautiful. You take them as a learning experience and transform it into what you want it to be." So this is why I said, if you will allow this to be a transformation station of hope, a transformation station of peace, a transformation station of love, then those are the things that I will prefer you to receive out of sitting through a message like this. So that's what I want these things to do for me. Even being the deliverer of these messages, I always come to you guys with a different topic every week, and I'm always super excited about the topics that God places in my heart. And I want to be transformed. I want these things. I want to place these things into my spirit, and I want to be able to refer back to these lessons and use them where I need to use them in my life. I don't want them to fall on shallow ground. I want them to be embedded inside of me. There's so much purpose behind these life lessons. So you get from it whatever you choose to get from it. I'm going to get from it what I choose to get from it. So I just thank God that I am the one who is chosen to do something like this. I do think that God has called me to do these things, and I take these things very seriously, and I am grateful and I'm willing. And it's not easy to always fit things like this into my life, especially when I have so many different things going on. But I still prioritize this because, number one, I never know who may need to hear a message of hope. So it's not for me. It is strictly out of obedience. And I really hope that I am effective in my teachings. I am not only relaying these messages over to you, but I am getting so much out of them myself as well. So the only way these things may become your reality is if you allow them to. And I want you to understand that, I'm not just here talking and filling in time and space and words because I don't have anything else better to do, because there are other things that I could be doing. But I want these things to be effective in your life and my life. I want you to take, even if it's just one thing that you get from this message, I want you to be able to carry that thing away from you. And it's not going to be, everything is not for everybody, and I understand that. And everyone is not at the same place in their life. So whatever the message may mean to you, it may not mean the same thing to someone else. So it might be one thing that stands out to you that doesn't stand out to someone else, and it may be something that stands out to someone else that may not particularly stand out to you. But I want you to be patient in your learnings, patient in your self-development, patient in your self-growth. When I am self-educating, when I am reading books, when I am listening to motivational videos and listening to audio books and having different conversations with different people. When I tell you my material, before I come to you guys, I get material from everywhere, from life period, not just studying. I never know. I try not to overlook anything, because I never know where my next lesson might come from. And I don't teach everything that I learn, because some of the things that I learn, I feel like it's just for me. I be like, dang, God wanted me to hear that. Sometimes I take notes a lot, with having conversations. I write stuff down, or when I am self-educating or wherever, or just through life's experiences, I try to take mental notes, and sometimes I take physical notes. And some things I think is important for me to relay over to you guys, because I don't think that these messages are just for me. God places certain things in my life and in my spirit and my heart so I can share these things with other people. But everything I don't share, like some things I be like, wow, and I start to take note of it, and I start to add it to a lesson or something like that, and I be like, no, that was for me. Like some things I really take so personal. Like God allows me to experience certain things just for me. So you have to be very purposeful in your self-improvement and in your self-growth. Some things God wants you to learn. He wants for your ears to hear. He wants for your eyes to see. He wants for you to experience personally. It ain't none of nobody business. It's between you and God. Some things are just so personal. And that's when you know that you are in relationship with God, when you know that He is speaking to you personally. So some messages I just do take to my heart, and I be like, nah, I ain't sharing this with nobody. That was for me. I be like, thank you, God, for sending me that message. I needed that. And I allow these things to resonate in my spirit. But I will be obedient in this time that I take to spend, doing the things that I do, relaying these messages over to you. It's not easy to prepare these messages, and it's not easy to sit before you guys and deliver these messages. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I got a lot going on. I got a lot of kids. I got a lot of stuff that I need to deal with on the regular basis. And no, it's not always easy, but it's always worth it. I always just simply seeing the impact that these messages have on people's lives sometimes is it is gratifying. I mean, that is payment enough for me. When someone walks up to me or calls me or text me or send me a message in my inbox, or I walk into see people out in the street who may have viewed one of my videos, and they express to me the difference that this video made. Or sometimes I honestly, truthfully really see the impact that these messages have on different people's lives, and that is so gratifying to me. My job is done. Like, I don't even have to do anything else, whether it be my children, whether it be a stranger, whether I'm walking through the mall, or whether I meet someone when I'm out public speaking and they're like, hey, aren't you that YouTuber? And I was looking up motivational speakers on YouTube, and you popped up and telling me how my messages had different impacts on their life. That is just payment enough for me. I'm getting emotional even thinking about it. we're talking about it. But I just love these messages. So many things going on in the world today. We can all use a little more positivity. And I know it may seem like I'm like out here on La La Land or just like floating on a cloud or something like that. But I make every day, I make the conscious decision to make my experience on the regular basis to be exactly what I want it to be. No, everything is not always pretty and purple and perfect. No, but I still make the conscious decision to feel good, to feed myself positive thoughts, to treat myself good, to think positively over myself, to speak highly to myself about myself. I'm not going to come down on myself when I know that I am trying hard. Yes, I do make mistakes. And when I make mistakes, I choose to forgive myself. How you treat yourself and how you choose to talk to yourself on a regular basis is going to have a major impact on the outcome of your life. Some people come down on themselves so hard about every little thing. They come down on themselves and they come down on other people, and their experience in life is just not too positive. You constantly going through things. You constantly arguing with different people on a regular basis. You got time for the BS every single day. Like, that's just you. I ain't doing it. I'm just not doing it. I choose peace today. I choose love today. I choose hope today. I want so many things for myself and for my future and for my children than to allow myself to be consumed in negativity on a regular basis. This is why I choose to be very creative in my self-improvement and my self-growth and my relationship with God, on my spiritual development, on my emotional intelligence, on anything that I have to do, my physical health, my mental health, working on my future, my goals, my success, the things that I want for myself, my relationships, the relationships that I have in my life that are so very important to me. It's not a lot, but the ones that I do have, I value them to the max. I have very valuable relationships in my life that I would not do anything in this world to jeopardize them, because that's how much they mean to me. Some people have a lot of different encounters, relationships, whatever that might be, got a lot of friends, a lot of family members, a big old squad that's surrounding them on a regular basis, and those relationships might not hold so much value. When the few relationships that I choose to have in my life, they are very valuable relationships. They mean a lot to me, so I put a lot into them and I get a lot from them. So that's how I choose to live my life today. No, I ain't got no whole lot of people that I deal with on a regular basis, but the ones that I do choose to deal with, they mean a lot to me. So I take time out and I just make my life what I want it to be. And for the most part, my experience right now in this life is a very pleasurable experience, and I am very purposeful about that. I had to learn a lot along the way. I had to hurt a lot along the way. I had to drop a lot of people off a lot along the way. I just had to learn, just like everyone else has to learn. I had to make a whole lot of sacrifices, and I had to make a whole lot of tough decisions, and I had to transform myself from what I used to be into what I am right now. I had to make a lot of harsh, tough decisions as I grew throughout my life, and I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still making tough decisions, I'm still making mistakes, I'm still learning from my mistakes and learning harsh lessons and all of those type of things, and still having to cut people off, trying to hold on to relationships that I just didn't want to let go, and all those type of things. But when you are on a path and a road to where you need to be, and you have a glimpse of what God has prepared for you, there is nothing that you would not do to get to where you know you need to be. So there is just such a vision for my life right now. I see the possibility of the things that I want to happen for myself, and it's not worth me holding on to things and people and places and all those things that's not going to add towards the future that I want for myself. It from being hard to not being hard anymore, to having to let certain things and people go. But anyway, yes, I am definitely here with this week's life lesson. I just wanted to tap in with you guys and kind of give you something to think about, and hopefully some of the things that I have said already have resonated with you. I hope y'all are doing okay on this amazingly beautiful Saturday, making a conscious decision in your mind to feel happy and to feel blessed today. So it is your time. It is your time to shine. It is your time to open yourself up to brand new experiences and allow yourself to do things that you probably wouldn't normally do. I want you to be open-minded in these moments. Don't close your mind out to anything right now. So if you guys are ready to go into this week's life lesson, we will do that in just a second. But before we go there, let's take a few moments out to be grateful. So we are going to let's just be grateful. Like, this is what I call silent gratitude, for those of you who are not very familiar with my life lessons. And I just want to kind of cleanse your aura, if you had to like label it in any way, because if you have negative energy right now, it's going to be hard for you to receive the message that I am going to relay over to you today. So by being grateful, that is one of the best ways you are able to release negativity and let in some positivity. So this is what we are going to do in these moments. If you don't feel like you have nothing to be grateful for, tap yourself, touch yourself. Take a deep breath. If you feel air going in and out of your lungs, that means that you are alive and that you are blessed. A lot of people that laid down last night did not wake up this morning. Some people get to the place in their mind where they don't feel like they have very much purpose in their life. Depression is real. Suicide is real. A lot of people go through things mentally that will get in the way of their own true happiness. And by you allowing yourself, get yourself, not even just in these moments, by you allowing yourself to be grateful, it will open up a whole new light for you. Get yourself a pen and a piece of paper and write down a list of 100 things that you have to be grateful for. Those thoughts of depression and suicide and all those things that might be hindering your happiness is going to disappear when you realize how blessed you actually are. And if you don't think that you have 100 things to be grateful for, I want you to try it and see. Because once you begin to create that list, it's going to go on and on and on and on and on. And before you know it, you'll have 300 things on that list from the time that you can remember, from your childhood all the way up until this point in my life. Thank God I didn't die in a car accident. Or thank God that I made it from one point to another point. Or thank God for my children. Thank God for my health. Thank God that I had another chance at life. Thank God that what was meant to take me under, whatever that thing is that the enemy tried to rise up to destroy you, it was not successful, because God had your back the whole time. That means you blessed. You got more things to be grateful for than you probably even realize. That story that you seen on the news, I know certain parts of the world are experiencing storms, and my daughter was telling me last night that people were losing their lives over in Florida because of this hurricane. I'm not sure exactly what the hurricane name is, but natural disasters and all of these things that are are inevitable. Like, we can't help but to have natural disasters, and thank God I live in a part of the world where I don't have to suffer in extreme natural disasters, and hurricanes and things like that don't affect the part of the world where I live in. But that is some people's reality in different places. And for us to be safe and to be comfortable and happy, and not where different people are losing their lives for different reasons. It don't even have to be natural disasters. There's just so much going on today. People are being stricken with terminal illnesses, and I was just looking up the numbers of cancers in different parts of the world, and breast cancer is taking people under at a rapid pace like nothing that anyone has ever seen before. Why is so many people getting breast cancer? I don't know, but only thing we can do for the people that are suffering in so many different ways is we can pray for them. But when you look at the lives of other people and the way that some people have to suffer, and you look at your life, if you never had cancer, then that's something for you to be grateful for. If you can't find nothing to thank God for, if you never had that diagnosis, then you can thank God for that right now. I don't know, y'all looking at me crazy, but it's a lot of people. Sometimes we feel like we're entitled. We feel like we're entitled, and we feel like God has to bless us. That could have been you. Just like it was your next door neighbor, it could have been you. Just like it was the person on the news, it could have been you. Tragic accidents, things happen every single day. If you are alive and you are blessed, that's enough to be grateful for. If you are alive, then that is simply enough to be grateful for. Some of us don't want to be alive because we are just not in a good place mentally. And I want us to be able to get out of that funk because, number one, your life has purpose behind it. And if you are alive, then God has you on this earth for a reason. You are here for a reason. Anyone who is suffering with depression in any kind of way, you want to think about, the suffering that you have to go through in your life. Just look at it like there must be some kind of light at the end of my tunnel. There must be some kind of purpose for me being here. It may not have been revealed to me yet, but there is purpose in my life. So I'm just going to hold on tight. I'm just going to hold on tight and wait for God. We have lost hope because we have lost relationship with God. And if we believe in the power of the God that we serve, then we know that there is hope in our life. I always talk about spiritual connection with God, not religion, but just being spiritually connected with God. I believe that being spiritually connected with your higher power is way more important than being a part of any religion. So I'm not speaking of religion, I'm speaking of relationship. And a lot of people suffer in so many different ways is because they don't have a relationship with their higher power. You would not be here. You are proof enough that God is real. Your testimony alone is enough to prove that God is real. So there's so many reasons for us to be grateful today. And I want us to be able to take these moments out. Just clear your mind of any negativity, anything that is not going to help serve you, carry you to the next level of your life, that's not going to put a smile on your face or in your heart or make you laugh or make you smile. Get rid of those things. And if you don't have anything else to say, you can simply say, thank God that I made it through. I want us to be thankful in these moments as we prepare ourselves to receive this week's life lesson. So here we go. I like to close my eyes, take a couple deep breaths, think about the things that I am most grateful for, I'm talking about at the top of my list. There's so many things at the top of my list. I don't even know what to put up there first, but I am grateful to be alive today. I am a person. I was in a car accident 3 months ago. It was just 3 months to date that I was in a car accident that could have claimed my life. I was sandwiched in between two cars, pinned under a pickup truck. I thank God that I'm sitting here and telling my story, like being able to say that I made it through that. And that ain't the only time God spared my life. There's so many times where my life could have been taken away from me when God spared my life. So I have so many things to be grateful for, and I know that I do not stand alone when I say that. So if you allow yourself to just be consumed in gratefulness right now, I'm not asking you to do it as a favor for me. It literally does so much for you when you take moments out to allow yourself to be grateful. So here we go. I just don't even like to stop. when I get consumed in gratefulness, I just have to make myself stop. It makes me so emotional. It makes me so overjoyed and wound up with emotions and just the things that I am blessed with on a regular basis. I know that is not the story of everyone right now, and I'm not. I don't feel special. I don't feel like I'm special. That God is blessing me and not blessing someone else. I feel grateful that He chose me, that He put favor over my life, that He put His grace over my life. I could still be suffering in some of the ways that I used to be suffering, and I know so many people that are not here and that are not alive. Some of my peers, some people that I grew up with. My son's father. My son will be 23 years old next month, and he doesn't have his father anymore. His father was one person that I grew up with for a long time since I was a kid, basically, and he's not here anymore. So it's just so many things that I could be grateful for, that God has given me another chance at life and didn't allow the things that I had to suffer through to take me under. So if you can look at your own life, you can probably realize that there are so many things to be grateful for. Okay, I'm done. I am done with that segment. Are y'all ready for this week's life lesson? So we did a message on dreams, we did a message on desires, and today I'm going to deliver a message on destiny. I told you I was going to do like a 3-part series on this is what I call my feel good messages. Now I started to kind of jump off track and then come back to my feel good messages because it was something else that God placed in my heart. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because God gave it right to me. He was like, go ahead and continue on with your feel good messages. Somebody today might need to hear a message about destiny. So here we go. We are going to talk about destiny today. What does that mean when you hear destiny? What do you want? What do you think your destiny is? Like, what do you want your destiny to be? And do you think you have the power to control your own destiny? Have you seen the lives of other people's destiny play out in the way that they want them to play out? So we're going to talk about the meaning of destiny, what destiny means to us, how we can reflect that word onto our life when we hear destiny. Like, how does that resonate to your spirit when you hear the word destiny? I know it kind of seems maybe a little far-fetched, a little far away from reality. Like, some of us can be probably so caught up in our everyday lives or everything that is happening with us right now that we can't even focus on or don't even want to focus on, because it is a choice whether we prioritize these things or not. But we can't focus on what our destiny is, because our destiny maybe at this point is getting the car note paid or getting the mortgage paid or keeping food on our kids and on our table and shoes on our kids' feet and all of those things. And I don't know, that's probably what we think our destiny is. But you have such a major purpose over your life, and even if you have put your destiny to the side at these moments so you can focus on different things that we choose to prioritize in our life, I want us to be able to take our destiny off of the back burner and kind of think about what we want the rest of our life to look like, because basically that is what your destiny is. This is what happens in the duration of your life, when you can see the big picture of why you were created on this earth. So I don't want to get too much ahead of myself and get into my notes before I get to the notes. I'll be on here running my mouth so much that I tell the message before I can kind of break down and get to the message. Once I start talking about these things, they just kind of start popping off fireworks in my brain, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, let's talk about destiny today. Let's talk about destiny. I can't even really think about what that means to me when I think about my destiny. But when I did this, when I did the research on destiny, it kind of made me think about my life personally and the destiny of my own life and where I am with my own destiny. Do I believe I am living out my destiny? Am I on the path to discovering what my destiny is? Is there any hope for my destiny? destiny? Am I far-fetched from my destiny? Am I close to my destiny? Do I want to touch my destiny? Do I want to smell my destiny? Do I want to experience my destiny for my own self? And of course, all of us wants to experience our own destiny. It's like discovering your purpose in this world, why God brought you here, basically, is what your destiny is going to be. So it's kind of exciting when you think about it. I mean, it might not mean a whole lot to a whole lot of you, where like, I think about it later or when the time comes or whatever. A lot of people ain't thinking about their destiny, but I am. Like, this is something that I think about. I'm actually, right now, I just turned 44 years old. To God be the glory. He allowed me to see another birthday. My birthday was last month, and even coming up on my 44th birthday, it made me think about what I want the rest of my life to look like. I'm thinking about what I want the rest of my life to look like right now, and thinking about what I can do right now to make that a reality for myself. So it might be some 44-year-olds out there who, like, I got like I might plan for my retirement, or for the latter years of my life when I turn 50 or something like that, and you gonna be 50 before you know it. If you're 44, you gonna blink and be 50. So I know 50 is like creeping up right around the corner for me. So I want to reassure what I want 50 to look like for me, and that might be my destiny. The things that God has allowed me to experience in my life, the things that please my heart, the things that I do for other people, the things that I am good at, my life's experiences, the things that I might have let go that I want to get back to, or whatever. Everyone's destiny is going to look different to them, but today, hopefully during this message, I might say something to you along the way that is going to kind of open your eyes to your destiny, or kind of allow you to think about your life's experiences and think about what you were created on this earth for. What is your purpose in life? What is your destiny? Just giving you something to think about. Listen, I am simply the deliverer of these messages. I did not create any of this. To God be the glory. I allow myself to be obedient to the will of God. I want to be used by God. I want to be emptied out of me and filled with the Spirit of God, and allow myself to be used so I can be effective in delivering these messages. So y'all might think it's me, but most of the times it be like all God and none of me. I'm telling you, I promise you it do. And that be my prayer too, because I am just simply a human being. I gotta go through things and have different experiences, different changes, learning lessons, and making mistakes, and all of those things in my life, just like you are. Like, I am no different from the average human being. All right, I might be a little bit different. I ain't like y'all, and y'all ain't like me, which, nobody is exactly the same, but still, I want to allow myself to be used in these moments, and hopefully you will be open and willing enough to allow yourself to receive these messages. So let's talk about destiny today. Like I said, it is a part of my 3-part series, Destiny, Desires, and Dreams. If you have not viewed the messages on desires and dreams, then you might want to go back to the messages on desire and dreams, and of course, watch this message on destiny. So what is destiny? Destiny is the highest outcome we can align with and experience in a lifetime. I'm going to say that again. Destiny is the highest outcome we can align with and experience in a lifetime. That is exciting. The highest outcome we can align with and experience in a lifetime. So when we think about the word destiny, it is always going to mean something good. So when we perceive it as something good. I can't think of a negative way to perceive destiny. So destiny is always going to be a good thing. It's going to be the highest outcome. So that's kind of exciting to think about when you break it down like that. And of course, it gave me different definitions of destiny when I broke down when I was studying what destiny is, and this is the one that ministered to my spirit in the way that I wanted it to. So how I get it is how I want to give it to y'all. So it's the highest outcome we can align with our experience in life. And like I said, that is very exciting to me because we want the highest outcome. A lot of people live their entire life and may live a mediocre life or may live a complacent life, and they might be okay with the mediocrity and complacency that they have allowed to kind of shadow over their life, even just for many, many years, 20, 40, 30, 40 years. Some of, our marriages, we are kind of complacent with our relationships, our experiences in life. We don't want to go nowhere. We don't want to do nothing. I'm all right here where I'm at. I know some people never ever left the city that they were born in. My godfather told me that before he passed away. I'm from Philly. He was like, "There's people, in North Philly that ain't never been out of North Philly." I was like, no. No way in the freaking world can you not allow yourself. I'm a traveler, so I love to travel the world and see different parts of the world. But I just could not believe that you got to let yourself out. How can you experience the fullness of life if you don't go nowhere? Like, you gotta go somewhere and do something. I don't care if it's on a train. It ain't even got to be on a plane. Get on a boat. Like, get on a boat. Go somewhere and do something. Just don't not go anywhere, because you will hinder yourself from experiencing the fullness of life. And we want to have the highest outcome. We want to have the highest outcome. And it's only because of us that we don't have the highest outcome that we can possibly have in our lifetime, because we have so many different excuses why we don't want to experience different things. That ain't me. I don't like that. I don't eat that. I don't go there. I don't get on planes. I don't ride trains. I'm just going to sit right here where we think it's safe at. I don't know. Whatever excuses or reasons that people kind of put that cap on their life and not allow themselves to experience life to the fullest, that's on you. I am an adventurer. I love to experience new things and all those things. I don't want to put a cap on my life where I'm like hindering myself from experiencing the fullness and the joyness of life. So that's what your destiny is. That is when you come into alignment with your destiny, not so much as chasing the highest outcome of life. It's just coming into the alignment with the highest outcome of life. So you ain't got to necessarily be running after anything, but when you allow yourself to experience life, you will come into alignment with your destiny. And some of us are not in alignment. Like, you up here, your destiny down here, or y'all just not even aligned with coming in contact with each other, because we make so many excuses why we don't experience life the way that we need to experience it, just to have the highest outcome of the experience in this life, the one life that God is allowing us to experience. I don't know, maybe you was a cat before, or a whale or something you gonna be in your next lifetime. I don't know how it goes, but this human experience that you are having right now, you don't know. Sometimes we might have deja vu, and I remember when I was at this, or flashback, or whatever. Listen, I don't know how it go, but I know this one experience that we have as human beings, sometimes we could take it for granted and not allow ourselves to experience it in its fullness. We stop ourselves from experiencing it in its fullness because we are putting that cap on our life. A lot of people don't get the highest experience. What did it say? This was my definition. That's why I'm going on and on and on about it. This was the definition that I chose to read from: the highest outcome that we can align with. A lot of people, most people don't experience the highest outcome in life. They don't want to challenge life. They don't want to experience life. They don't want to allow themselves to get the maximum outcome of life. Sometimes that's it's scary for them. You know, sometimes even the thought of it, or me even saying it right now, is kind of scary. Like, what you mean the highest outcome? I ain't telling you to go out here doing nothing crazy like bungee jumping, whatever. Whatever pleases your spirit. A lot of us allow ourselves to be stricken by fear, and we create all of these fears in our mind. One of the things that I experience even on my vacation, so different places I travel to the world, so I look for like exotic animals and just different animals. I see different animals in different countries that I don't necessarily experience so much here in the United States. So the bugs are different there too. And not even overseas or in different countries, but even here, like, we are so afraid of bugs. My son literally came in my room like 12 o'clock at night talking about it was something with 1,000 legs up on his ceiling. Mind you, this man is 18 years old. You a grown man and you gonna come get your mother to come get this bug off of your son. I'm like, bruh, no. We create these fears within us so much. Like, a person can say they don't want to go to another country because they don't like the bugs over there. That little bug, you like 1,000 times bigger than this little bug. That bug is more scared of you than you are of it. So even when I went to Grenada this past time, it was like bats everywhere, and you know, us United States folks, we all jumping and ducking and diving and dashing from the bats and all that. It was amusing to me. I never saw a real live bat before until I went to Grenada, and the bats were everywhere. It was like bats and owls and all of those type of things. But we allow ourselves to create these fears, and it hinders us from experiencing life, things that we don't even have to be afraid of. I guess that was the point of me saying all that, because we don't even have to be as afraid as we kind of hype ourselves up to be so scared of this little bitty bug and all of these little things that's scared of you, and you more scared of it than it is of you, and you can do more harm to it than it can to you. And we are so scared. People, human beings, create such a fear in their own mind. I have seen people pass out and just all kind of things before the bug can even touch you. You jumping around, you screaming and you hollering and all these type of things, because we have gotten in the habit of creating fears within inside of us that is going to put a roadblock in between us and experiencing our life. So that one thing, for instance, is bugs. Oh, I hate bugs. Don't take me near no bugs. One of the biggest fears that I can say that's realistic about a bug is being bit by a bug that has deadly venom. And most bugs don't have deadly venoms. I think maybe scorpions or a certain species of spiders or something like that may have deadly venom in it. But people get so scared about the smallest things, and it don't even have to be a bug, but that fear is going to be the thing that is going to deter you from being in alignment with your destiny. And this is how we can get off track from being on the right path to getting close to what our true destiny is in life, because we rise up all these fears within inside of ourselves that literally gets in between us and what God truly has for us. So get that bug out the way so you can be in alignment with your destiny. We got to stop that, because we allow fear to overtake our lives when there is so much life for us to live. And on top of that, it don't even be no valid reason. Like, you scared for nothing at the end of the day. So a lot of people, we create fears in our mind when we don't have to be as afraid as we allow ourselves to be on the regular basis. So getting into the alignment with your highest outcome is where you are going to find your destiny, or experiencing the highest outcome of life is where you are going to find your destiny. Wow, that was just the beginning. Let me move on. So, our destiny is our future. It suggests that something great and important is going to happen. Who doesn't want that for themselves? We want something great and important to happen for us. That's why I said when we talk about our destiny, it's always going to be something good. When you think, oh, this is a feel good message. Come on in here and sit down and get some of this feel good message. Sometimes I kind of get on us with these messages and allow us to look at our life in a way that we can take accountability for where we are if we are not where we want to be in life right now. And a lot of people don't like to take accountability for where they are in life, but that's the only way that you are going to make room for growth, is when you learn how to take accountability. But this ain't one of those accountability messages. This is a feel good message where I want us to open our eyes and kind of think about our path on our way to our destiny. Do you think, all right, when you think about your destiny, do you think that you are on the path to your destiny? Do you think you were ever on a path to your destiny? Do you think that you were on a path to your destiny before, previously in the past, before something happened? You got a death in your family, the marriage didn't work, or whatever. Do you think you kind of jumped off track from your destiny and want to get back on track on the path to your destiny? Like, what does it like ring a bell to you in your mind when you think about your own destiny? So yes, it does suggest that something important and good is going to happen. Some of us might have lost direction on the way, and we need to kind of just like get back on our way to where our destiny lies ahead for us, because it's still there. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be waiting for you. You just have to be very purposeful on your pursuit to your destiny. So I'm going to talk about different ways that we can kind of not so much chase it, but even attract our destiny. So destiny is God's purpose for our life, and we want to be in the will of God and God's purpose for our life. So we are masters of our own destiny. And I don't think that we realize that a lot of things that I talk about in these life lessons, we think that we don't have control over these things. One of the most untrue statements that I came across, I think it was during this study, is where I saw someone say that we don't have, it was a quote. I was looking up quotes and it was saying something about we don't have control over our own mind. We have control over our own thoughts, which gives us control over our own minds, which gives us control over our own lives. I don't know why anyone would ever quote that. I wish I didn't even say it just now, but we are masters over our own destiny. In all reality, it is ultimately God that maps out the purpose for your life. It says destiny is God's purpose for our life, but whether we reach the purpose that God already has this plan mapped out for us, but whether we experience it or reach that purpose is totally and completely up to us. So we are masters of our own destiny. So yeah, I don't know if we kind of like give that the credit that it deserves. Just like with so many other things, people think that I'm an overthinker and I can't help but overthinking. You can overthink, but what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about things that are going to serve you, put you in a good mood, or are you just sitting there stressed out to the point where you got a headache, your blood pressure is up, and you don't even feel good at this point? Try not thinking at all. Sometimes my mind is just going. And the worst thing that you can allow your mind to do is run idle and just think about all kinds of crazy stuff. You want to kind of direct your thoughts and point them at specific topics or particular things in particular, and those things that you point your thoughts towards should be things that is going to serve you in living a more pleasurable life. So and not thinking at all, that's like a sense of meditation when you just close your mind out, quiet your mind, and not think at all. Is something that we all should get in the habit of practicing, and it does take practice to shut your mind. Just like like you shut your mouth. You got to shut your mind, quiet your mind, and not think at all. It automatically draws to us goodness from the universe, the things that we want, the things that we need. It brings us calm, it brings us peace. Quieting your mind is always a good thing. Meditation is something that dates back so many years before we were even thought of, and is so effective in so many different religions, so many different cultures, so many different places across the world. Like, so many people have learned the importance of meditation and learning how to quiet your mind. And I don't think enough people give meditation the credit that it deserves, and the importance that it deserves. Our minds are very complicated things. Our minds are so complicated that we don't even understand the function of our own minds most times. That's why people fall into anxieties and depressions and all type of things, even physical ailments. Is because of us allowing our thoughts to be intrusive and idle, and just different thoughts running through our mind, and not getting in the habit of controlling the thoughts that go through your own mind. So that's one of the most powerful things that we can do for ourselves, is learning how to control our lives by controlling our thoughts and our mind and the things that go through our mind on a regular basis. And it takes practice. If you don't start doing it now, you will never see the impact that it might have on your life. That's why I am so big on mental health. That is why I do Mental Health Mondays every Monday. That's why I talk to you guys all the time about the power of controlling your own thoughts and all of these things. But we are literally masters of our own destiny, and being a master of your own destiny is being a master of your own thoughts and learning how to control your own life. So destiny can never be figured out. It can only be revealed by trusting and following what feels right. Destiny can never be figured out. It can only be revealed by trusting and following what feels right. So a lot of us try to figure out our destiny and try to like go after our destiny and try to figure out what our destiny is, and that is not a sure way that you will discover what your destiny is. And a lot of us don't even allow us to go after what feels right because of our experiences. You might have a genuine relationship with someone who is showing interest in you. Let's use relationships for example. Someone might have pure intentions. They just want to love you. Have is nothing like your past experiences. You might have been hurt in the past and all these type of things, and we literally put that block up between us and maybe your true destiny as far as your love life is concerned, or you being in a relationship with your soulmate, or something like that. And we are so busy focusing on our past relationships, and I can't trust nobody, and I've been hurt too many times, all of these type of things, and we don't allow ourselves to be loved because of what we went through in our past. So sometimes you have to go with the feeling. Sometimes we have to, if it feels right, then it is right. If it feels wrong, then it is wrong. We have to kind of like go with those hunches and them feelings. Sometimes it feels right, and we be like, nah, this too good to be true, or whatever. You just start feeding yourself things mentally that is going to get in the way of you and what could potentially be the best relationship that you ever had in your life. And that person ain't gonna want to deal with that, because you coming into this relationship with all kind of insecurities and all kind of hurt, and you ain't allowed yourself to heal and all those type of things. So you getting in your own way of your own happiness because you don't want to go with the feeling of what is right. So you out here trying to figure out what you think what your destiny is, and that feeling has already came over you that feels right. You have already came encounter with your true destiny, and you won't allow yourself to be truly happy because of the things that you went through in your past. So yeah, we're never going to figure it out on our own. Our destiny is going to naturally come to us, and we have to trust and follow the feeling of what is right. Listen, I am just the deliverer of these messages. I did not just make that up. I came across that during this study, and it makes sense. If it feels right, then it must be right. Now, sometimes it might feel right. You know when you forcing it and when you not forcing it. I met this young man on a plane. He was a very nice young man. He was the same age as my son, and we was just talking, and he was just saying how he falls in love too easy, and he don't know if he came in encounter with his true love, or he don't know who it was or which one it was, or as soon as he think he falls in love with one person, then somebody else comes. And I was like, you ain't find your true love, because if you found your true love, there's no question in it. There's no question in it when you find your, I forget like the way that we were wording it, but we talked almost through like the entire flight, and it was very interesting, the conversation that we had, and I think he got a lot out of it as well. But when you know that something is right and you get that feeling that something is right, there's going to be no question in it. There's going to be no question in it. It's just a sure feeling. Ask me how I know. But anyway, yeah, so none of us ever know if we are on the right path. We must learn how to trust our feelings. So sometimes when you are not allowing yourself to trust your feelings, you can go ahead and put that guard down and trust your own feelings. So your destiny is determined by your decisions. The decisions that you make on the regular basis is what is going to determine your destiny. If we learn how to master our physical body, our mind, and our life's energies, 100% of our destiny will be in our hands. If we learn how to master 100% of our physical bodies, our physical bodies. A lot of people don't want to talk about the physical condition that they are in, because a lot of people have gotten in the habit of letting themselves go physically, especially us here in the United States. Heart disease and heart disease related illnesses are taking people out of here, it seems like, at younger and younger, and at such a rapid pace. It's such a rapid pace, and that is ultimately what you are going to meet through your destiny, is you are getting strict with physical ailments because of the decisions that we make. So we learn how to master our physical body. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that, because food is fun. Food is comforting, and a lot of people eat food out of comfort, and we overeat and we stuff ourselves, and our guts are sticking out to the wazoo, hanging over your knees and all that stuff, and you don't feel good. You got to go to the doctor. The doctor can't get your medicine right. Your blood pressure keep going up. As soon as you think your blood pressure went back down, it's going back up. That's because you keep eating that fried chicken. You have not mastered your physical body enough to put it in alignment with your destiny. There is, I don't even want to put a might in that. There is so much life for you to live that is going to require you being in better physical health than what you are in right now. And you will never meet your destiny because of what your physical condition is. That is the reality of so many people. You can't even come into alignment with your destiny because physically your body won't allow you to, because you have not mastered your physical body. If you can get it to the point where you are able to function and show up and do the things that you want to do without your health getting in your way, or you can't do this, or you don't feel like it, and child, you know, I can't walk up them steps and I ain't exercising 20 years. Let's go for a walk around the block. Like, it's no excuse at this point why people are it's out of pure laziness. People are not in the fitness, are not in physically in shape the way that they should be, and that is because of their own lack of. You don't want to master it because you don't feel like mastering it, but that's not the only thing that we have to master is our physical bodies, but that is at the top of the list. Is very important to master your physical body, but you want to be able to master your mind, and you want to be able to master your life's energies. And the way that you can master your life's energies is the things that you allow to control your emotions. We have to be more mindful of emotional intelligence. I did a complete study on emotional intelligence. If you have not watched my message on emotional intelligence, I suggest you go to my YouTube channel or go through my Facebook page and look up my message on emotional intelligence. It is going to allow you to align your energies, why you feel the way that you feel, and not allowing people to knock you off of your alignment. People should not control the way that you feel on the regular basis. The only person that should control your emotions on the moment to moment basis is you. You are the only person who should be able to control your own emotions on the moment to moment basis. No one else but you. So this is how we come into alignment with wait a minute, if we learn how, this is how we master we will come into alignment with our destiny. Our destiny is in our own hands. If we learn how to master our physical body, our mind, and on our life's energies. And that has a lot to do with the people that we allow into our space. Sometimes we are not allowing the right type of people into our space that is knocking your energy off alignment. And you already know how you feel when you allow certain people into your space. You want to allow the wrong person to take you off of alignment with your true destiny because you are not choosing the right group of people. Everybody don't deserve your energy, and you giving your positive energy, you letting people suck you dry. I'm telling you, people will suck the life out of you. They're miserable, so they want you to be miserable. By allowing the wrong people into your life is draining the positive energy from you. You can't come into alignment with your destiny with allowing yourself to be surrounded around the wrong people. Listen, who you choose to be around is 100% and totally up to you. But don't expect yourself to come into alignment with your true destiny if you are constantly allowing the wrong people into your atmosphere. And it's only controlled by you, the people that you allow yourself to be surrounded by. A lot of people don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve your space. They don't deserve for you to be around them. They have already shown and you gave them a chance. You gave them chance after chance after chance. They keep coming back with them snappy comebacks and them underhanded comments, throwing shots at you, getting smart with you, biting your back out, talking about you behind your back, doing things to you that you would not necessarily do to them. They always got something negative to talk about. They constantly complaining all the time. They never got nothing good to talk about. You are allowing the wrong people to drain your energy. You don't have control over your life's energy because you're giving it away. So when you master your own energy, you will allow yourself to be in alignment with your destiny. I'm telling you, that's where your destiny aligns. Some people do deserve space in your life. Some people are the perfect people that you want to allow in your space. You feel good around them. You have good conversations with them. You have a harmonious relationship with certain people. It's always, when y'all get together, it's always a good time. Y'all laughing, y'all talking, y'all feeding each other good energy. You trading different ideas. You want to see each other win. You speaking each other up. You always got something good to say to each other. That person always got your back. You know when you allowing the right people into your space and into your energy, and you know when you allowing the wrong people into your space, into your energy. I'm not trying to say everybody is all wrong, but what I am saying is everybody don't deserve your energy. So that's gonna be hard, because some of those people, they might be your people in your family, it might be your husband, it might be your wife, it might be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, it might be your kids. I'm telling you. And if they don't, if they can't help serve you and help carry you, lift and carry you to the next level of your life, you helping serving them. You speaking highly of them. You putting them on this pedestal. You were encouraging them. You speaking life into them and all those type of things. But every time you get around this person, is you giving to them, and they sucking you dry. They don't have nothing to give back to you. Those are the people that you need to let go. You know why? Because you got somewhere to go. You have to get in alignment with your destiny. And you're not going to get in alignment with your destiny by allowing the wrong people into your space. It's not going to happen like that. Sorry, not sorry. I am just the deliverer of these messages. It ain't going to work the way that you want them to work. Oh, I want such and such that I thought they was my hitter. They going to ride with me to the end. Nope, that's the same one that is holding you down. So no, everybody don't deserve your energy. Some people got to go. So by choice, everyone does not control their own destiny. They allow themselves to succumb to life's circumstances. Hopefully, one might attain their destiny, but if we get off track, we may never reach it. Excuse me. So because of certain circumstances in our life, we might not allow ourselves to stay on the path to our own destiny. And a lot of people, some people do allow themselves to derail, to get off the track to their true life's destiny, because of some of the things that they might go through in their life. And that can mean anything. It can mean addiction. I have been there. It can mean the loss of a loved one. Anything can happen. Ailments, accidents, diagnosis, whatever might have happened to you. We all go through things in life, and the way that we handle the challenges of life is going to be what our outcome on life is going to be. Whether you're going to reach your true destiny or not is going to be how you choose to deal with the circumstances in your own life. And some people never reach their destiny because something happened. They lost a loved one, or something tragic happened, and they hang on to that one thing forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They get all hooked up, hung up, tied up on what happened to them when they was a kid, or what their mama did, or this person died, or whatever, that they never allow themselves to be free to move towards what their life's destiny is, because of the things that they had to go through in life. We all have to go through stuff. Some people reach their destiny and some people don't reach their destiny. If you get off track on your way to your destiny, it's okay to get back on. In all reality, we all might get off track every now and then, but that don't mean we have to stay off track. If you fall off track on your way to your destiny, all you got to do is get right back on. I know it's probably easier excuse me, said than done, but try it. It's better to try to get back on the path to your destiny than to fall off the path to your destiny and not try to get back on. As many times as you fall off, you should get right back up. So, is your destiny in your hands? Is your destiny in your hands? And I simply wrote that question down because if it's not, that don't mean that it can't be. Our destiny should be in our hands. A lot of us allow ourselves to get so far away from controlling our own destiny for whatever reason that a lot of people's life by choice is not a lot of people's destiny in life by choice is not in their own hands, because they have let it go. They have allowed it to let go and allow themselves to be taken under by the circumstances of life. So is your destiny in your hands? You don't have to tell me, you don't have to tell anyone, but you can ask yourself that question, like, is my destiny in my hands? When I think about that question for myself, I believe that my destiny is in my hands because of the choices that I make on a regular basis. I am such a free-spirited person. I do what pleases me on the regular basis. I do what I want to do. I go where I want to go. I do things that pleases me. I do things that makes me happy. And I believe by being free-spirited and allowing myself to do things to prioritize my own happiness on the regular basis, it brings me closer into alignment with my destiny on the regular basis. A lot of people don't know what self-love and self-care and self-improvement and those things are, because a lot of people don't focus on themselves. I am one person that focus on myself. I have gotten in the habit of focusing on myself constantly, and it's a journey. It's never easy. Sometimes you go the wrong way. Sometimes you go down the wrong road. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you do things that you wish you should not have done, but you keep trying over and over and over again. This life is experience. It's a journey, but some people just don't even try at all. Some people don't even try to allow their destiny to be in their own hands. They just take it however it comes. Like whatever happens at this point is just what happens. So think about that for yourself. Is your destiny in your hands? When I think about mine, I would like to think that my destiny is in my hands. And if my destiny is not in my hands, I want it to be. I want my destiny to be in my hands. I want to do whatever I can do in my own power to allow my destiny to be in my hands. Because when you think about it, your destiny is what you want your life to be. Is God's will, what God wants for your life, and what you want your life to look like. Destiny is what you want for yourself. It is what is going to please you, the maximum amount of life that you can possibly fit into the life that God allow you to be on this earth. You are getting the maximum experience out of it when you are on the path of fulfilling your destiny. So do you want your destiny to be in your own hand? Yes. You want these things to happen for you in the ways that you want them to happen for you, because it is you. It is things that you want for yourself. So fate. Let's talk about fate. So no matter what we do, we can't change fate. Fate is the inevitable. Fate is unavoidable. We all face our ultimate fate, which we all know that is when we are no more. Not in our physical bodies anyway. When our physical bodies has had enough, or however our fate is. People meet their fate in different ways. Accidents, sicknesses, you just get old and expire or whatever. But fate is unavoidable. We all meet our fate one day in life. One person's fate may determine someone else's destiny. What happens in between the time we are born and the time we meet our destiny, meet our fate, is our destiny. So our destiny is what happens in between the time we were born and the time we meet our fate. Our destiny is the experience that lies in between. So once we are no longer here anymore, once we meet our fate, it is too late to come in alignment with our destiny. It just is. So if you don't be on pursuit of whatever you want your destiny to be right here, right now, while you are here on this earth, when it's too late, it's too late. So there's nothing that you can do about that. So we all must meet our fate. So learn what needs to be learned, heal what needs to be healed, and overcome what needs to be overcame. That is going to be how you are going to allow yourself to be on the path to your destiny. I'm going to say that again. Learn what needs to be learned, heal what needs to be healed, And there are so many people walking around unhealed. Like, we are not allowing ourselves to heal. And there is healing on top of healing on top of healing that needs to take place in the lives of so many people, because we have not even begun the process of healing. Heal what needs to be healed so you can get on the path to your destiny. Some things are simply a lesson in life. Learn what needs to be learned so you can get on the path to your destiny. Overcome what needs to be overcame so you can be on the path to your destiny. A lot of times we get hung up on life. We get hung up on life. We all have to go through things in life. And as long as you are allowing yourself to get hooked up on what happened, how you gonna go? How you gonna move if you hooked? How you gonna go somewhere if you hooked, you strong, you tied, you tangled up to your past? Let go of what needs to be let go so you can be on your way to discovering that thing which is called your destiny that awaits for you. Your destiny is going to constantly yearn you until you align with it. And there's so much unaligned destinies out here. People that died without discovering their destiny, or without being aligned with their true happiness, with their true destiny, with their true purpose, with their true pleasures. The life that you desire to live is going to constantly yearn for you until you come into alignment with it. And it is going to be impossible for you to come in alignment with it as long as you are hung up on things that happen to you in your life. It's a lesson. It was just a lesson. Some people were just a lesson. They were there to teach you, to get through to you whatever lesson God tried to teach you anyway. You weren't listening. You wasn't listening when God tried to teach you the first time. That's why you had to go through what you had to go through, because you ain't listened the first time. So he had to give it to you hard. He had to give it to you a tough lesson. Like, listen, you my child. I love you, but you not listening. That's why you had that bad relationship. That's why you had that bad marriage. That's why you in constant conflict with different people all the time. Because God is trying to teach you something so he can put you on the path to your destiny. Learn whatever it is you need to learn from that experience, that person. You sitting up here trying to hold on to that bad relationship. I am not encouraging anybody to walk away from their marriage, walk away from their relationship. You know what that relationship is serving up and what that relationship ain't serving up. You know what that person been dishing out. So you know whether you have to let that relationship go or not. That's ultimately up to you, the decision that you're going to make as far as your relationships are concerned. They could be romantic relationships, they could be family ships, they could be business ships, they could be partnerships, whatever that ship is. How many times does that person have to stab you in your back for you to know that you better than that? That is so much more out here waiting for you. And you're not going to get to what's waiting for you because you still hung up on that person. You want them to realize what they did was wrong. They know what they did was wrong. They over there snickering because you keep letting them do the same thing to you over and over and over again. You got to let some things go. You got to let some people go in order for you to get to your destiny. That's why it takes some people so long. Some people are well up in gray hairs before they get to their true happiness and their true destiny and what God really has for them. They way up in there. Your knees done started aching and everything because you ain't learned the first time when God was trying to teach you when you was 20. So now you 40, now you just starting to get the message because you 50 now. You 50 now, you just starting to get the message. It ain't God's fault. Don't be mad at him because God tried to teach you a long time ago that I got something for you. And you wasn't in receptive mode. You wasn't in receiving mode. So he had to keep giving you them harsh lessons over and over and over again. So now you know. Now you are willing to open yourself up to receiving, to getting into alignment with your true destiny is. Cut yourself a whole lot of heartache and pain and time, because we ain't got that much time. I'm telling you, before you know it, they're going to be standing over your casket talking about rest in peace. Some people waste their whole life not getting into alignment with what God really has for them. Your true destiny, whatever that lesson is that you need to learn. Go ahead and smack yourself in the face, throw a glass of cold water in your face, because you got to wake up, baby. It is time for you to get the lesson that you were supposed to learn from that broken relationship, so you can move forward to your destiny and what God really has for you. So what, you made some mistakes. So what, you had to go through some things. Overcome whatever you had to overcome. So what, you was born into that family. Trust me, I know. So what, you was born, they ain't deserve you to be in their bloodline. They ain't even know they had royalty in their bloodline. They steady trying to bury you, and they ain't even know that the dirt that they was throwing on you was growing you. Trust me. I know you ain't deserved to be born into that family and to be the so-called black sheep of that family and overcome it. You ain't deserved to be raped, molested, abused, all the things that happened to you as a child. Why this had to happen? You still sitting up there talking about why this had to happen to me. It happened to you. God chose you for your destiny, for your testimony, for a reason. He chose you to go through that battle, to go through the things that you had to go through. A lot of people died in that struggle. It's somebody dying right now that's going through the same thing that God let you overcome 10 years ago. And you still sitting up here complaining about why you had to go through this. Get over it. Overcome. Listen, I'm not trying to be harsh on y'all. I wasn't raised with no pretty spoon and no silver whatever. Spoon, I wasn't raised like that. I had to go through some things. Even for me to be sitting here relaying this message to you right now. Sakira had to go through some stuff. I'm talking about been to hell and back, been to hell and back, been to hell and back. That's why I can sit up here and talk to you. That's why I can say, so what, you had to go through it. Get over it. Overcome what you need to overcome so you can get in alignment with your destiny. Heal what needs to be healed. Heal what needs to be healed. A lot of us got a lot of healing to do. A lot of us has not healed emotionally, has not healed mentally, and therefore you can't even heal physically. Your body going through stuff. Why you think you so sick? You sick not just because you sick because through all these years you have not allowed yourself to heal. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to heal so you can get in alignment with your destiny. That was one of the most powerful things I came across during this study on destiny. Heal, overcome, and learn. Heal, overcome, and learn. If you don't get nothing else from this message, this is only for the people who really want to be in alignment with their destiny. If you want to be in alignment with your destiny, sometimes we have to accept things in life for what they are. Some things you have no power to control. Some people you have no power to control. These things are a distraction. Who they let up in their office in November, we ain't got no control over that. You can get out here and vote, but y'all up here getting yourself all bent out of shape over things that you cannot control. Some things you just don't have the power to control. Accept them for what they are. Your ignorant family members that try to count you out a long time ago. You ain't got the power to control. Why you still arguing with them? You don't have no control over those people. Get into alignment with your destiny. Overcome it, learn from it, and begin the process of healing so you can meet your higher self. Your higher self is not going to come down to your lower self because you refuse to grow. Your higher self is going to always be here, and your lower self is going to always be there. And ultimately, it's up to you whether your higher self is going to come into contact with your lower self, and you could just be one with your higher self. It's work that we have to do. We have to learn, we have to heal, and we have to overcome. So if you got nothing from this message, that is 3 very important takeaways that you could take with you from this message. So you can meet your destiny. So even before we were born, God planned in advance our destiny for us. So that's scripture. Yes, it is. I threw a little bit of scripture up in there. That is Ephesians 2. And that is part of verse 10. That was a pretty lengthy verse. So I do believe that it went on to say, so God can help you. Not those exact words. But it says, even before you were born, God planned in advance our destiny for us. And I believe it said something like, so he can aid you in it, or he can guide you in it, or something like that. So you want God to guide you in the path of your destiny. So God has a plan, a path, and a purpose for each of our lives. God has a plan, a path, and a purpose for each of our lives. So if you think that God doesn't have a plan, a path, or a purpose for your life, I'm here to tell you right here and right now that he does. God has a plan, a path, and a purpose, and you want to be in alignment with the plan that God has for your life. You want to know what your purpose is on this earth. So you want to know the plan, the path, and the purpose. When you are on the path with God, you will know that you are not alone because he will always be with you. So God's destiny for your life is better than the plans that you have for yourself. God's destiny for your life is better than any plan that you have for yourself. Any plan that you can come up with. So God's destiny for your life is better than your plans. So a lot of us don't give God the credit that he deserves, and ultimately the things that we do is going to determine our actions on the day-to-day basis, is going to determine what our destiny is going to look like. But that plan and that purpose that God places on our life is always going to be there. So yes, we want to be in alignment with the plan and the purpose that God places over our life. So destiny is your soul's dream for you. Destiny is your soul's dream for you. So if you can think about your soul dreaming for you, then that is what your destiny is. I try to imagine that in my mind, like if your soul was to be happy. You ever got a feeling over you that just makes your soul happy, that puts your soul at peace? So your destiny is going to be your soul's dream for you. So you want to flow with the dream of your soul. That just sounds nice, right? I told y'all this was a feel-good message. So your destiny can make you the happiest that you can be. Your destiny can make you the happiest that you can possibly be. When you know that you are coming into alignment with your true destiny, you are going to feel the extreme amounts of joy that God is going to place in your spirit. You will be happier than you ever possibly thought you could be. Face your fears, design your life, and let go of your past. I am trying to help you. Those are things that you can do to get in alignment with your destiny. Face your fears. I talked a little bit about fears at the beginning of this message. Face your fears. And that's one thing. That's one thing that I told myself that I wanted to do. I always been afraid of heights, so I said I want to do something around the lines of maybe bungee jumping or skydiving or something like that. I didn't fly until I was maybe 30 something. I got on a plane for the first time. I think it was in my late 30s. I've been flying ever since. I tried to think the other day of how many times, because at first I was counting. I was like, oh, okay, I flew 3 times. I've been on a plane 3 times. I've been on a plane 4 times. Now I done lost count. And this is the same person that was afraid of heights for so many years. I never thought that I could ever be on a plane before. Now I'm like looking out the window, watching the plane take off, and just enjoying flying through the clouds and watching it take off and watching the landing and all those type of things. So I can't even say that I'm afraid of heights anymore, because I don't know how many thousands and thousands of feet up in the air by choice, as many times that I could possibly catch a flight and go somewhere. That's how many times I'm going. Like, I love to travel. But excuse me, face your fears. And that is one way that you are going to come in alignment with your destiny, is when we learn how to face our fears and design your life. Designing your life looks like you mapping your life out to what you want it to be. And that is the things that you do to mold your life on the regular basis. To make it to what you want it to look like. Your daily activities, the things that you do on a regular basis, the things that make you happy, being indulged in a labor of love, the things that pleases you the most. A lot of people are so far away from doing these things on the regular basis. That designing your life, everyone designs their life. So it's just that the way that people design their life is not probably what they want their life to be designed to look like. Some people design their lives in the way that they want it to be. And some people's lives are designed in a way that is not necessarily pleasing to them. But either way it goes, you are designing your life. So when I say design your life, you want to design your life in a way that you want it to be. So face your fears, design your life, and please let go of your past. Let go of your past and the things that are not serving you. I talked so much about that during this lesson. You are never going to come into alignment with your destiny as long as you are holding on to the hurts and all the things that happened to you in your past. So one sure way that you can come into alignment with your destiny is when you let go of your past. So your destiny can help you understand who you are as you become who you truly want to be. Your destiny can help you understand who you are as you become who you truly want to be. So these are all things that is you. These are all things that mold you, that make you, things that you desire, things that you enjoy, things that you like, things that you were born for, things that you are best at. Like, you are best at doing these certain particular things that anybody that you ever knew. Like, you have gifts and talents and things that pleases your heart, things that you are so good and graceful at. Those are the things that is going to align you with your destiny. So it helps you understand who you are, why it puts you in alignment with who you truly want to become. So your destiny is what you are best cut out for. It is what gives your life meaning, hope, joy, and deep satisfaction. And that is how I ended my message on destiny. That deep satisfaction part right there, baby. You can deep satisfaction need on a regular basis. I want every moment of my life to be where I am deeply satisfied with the decisions that I make on a regular basis, what I mold my life out to be, my experiences, what my life looks like, and all of those type of things. And I know that sounds so far-fetched from the reality of the average individual, but how satisfying your life is to you is totally based on the decisions you make on a regular basis and how you live your life on the regular basis. Deep satisfaction, that is what destiny looks like. The things that brings you hope, joy, and deep satisfaction. So I love that message on destiny. I don't know about you. It gave what it was supposed to be given. That's all I can say. I need to be in alignment with my true life's destiny, my purpose, why I am here on this earth. I don't want to leave this earth with not knowing what my purpose is. I want someone to be able to tell the story of what they saw from me living out my purpose in life. Of course, once I am here, once I am no longer here, I can't tell the story of my purpose. I can tell the story of my life's purpose while I am still living. So by living out your destiny, that is what your life's true purpose is. And yes, I do. I just want to I want to live out my destiny. I want to know. I want to enjoy my life. I want to get the fullness and the maximum happiness and peace and love and comfort, and I want to share in these experiences with other people and all of these things. And I know a lot of people don't think about what their destiny is, and maybe even some people who are well up in age, if you don't feel like you have came into alignment with what your destiny is on this earth, some people may have lost hope and don't even think that it is possible for them to come in alignment with what their destiny is. But I'm here to encourage you to never lose hope in what your destiny is. It don't matter how old, how young, what stage of life you're in. If you are a male, if you're a female, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. We should always look forward to living out our destiny in life, because if God allowed you, if he placed you in your physical form on this earth, then your life has meaning and purpose, and you have a destiny that needs to be fulfilled. We don't think about that stuff. I know. This is just not things that people like to think about on the regular basis. Some of us get to the point where we like, you know what, it is what it is, and I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to wing it. Whatever happens, happens, and whatever doesn't happen, doesn't happen. And we don't know that feeling of ecstasy, like that maximum feeling of joy and peace and pleasure and happiness, and just living out the life that you always dreamed of. This is the feel good message. We did dreams, we did so today we did destiny, we did desires, we did dreams, and we did destiny. So this is the end of my 3-part series on our feel good messages, and I am so excited about what my message is going to be about next week. I'm not going to leak it to you, but I'm telling you, God has me on fire with what I don't even know if I can wait till next Saturday to deliver my next life lesson. Honestly, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do another one. I'm going to pop back on either Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I'm going to do 2 life lessons a week. I have so many things that God is like placing in my spirit. And I feel like God gives me these things because there is someone who needs to hear these things. And sometimes we don't really take certain things serious if we don't hear somebody say it. I was one of those type of people. Like, if you don't say the words to me, if I don't hear someone say it, then it's something that I might overlook that I probably shouldn't. So it's necessary to hear some people verbalize some things to me for me to kind of like open my eyes to it. So that's why I think it's important for these messages to be relayed, because I mean, if you don't hear someone say it, then sometimes we might not think about the importance of these things. But yes, these feel good messages, I think that was necessary for everyone to hear. If you did not get a part of this 3-part series on hopes, I mean, here I go with hopes. I did do a life lesson on hopes though. That was, oh man, maybe 6 or 9 months ago. But if you want to look at my life lesson on hopes, it's on here somewhere in my cyber world. It might be on my YouTube channel, it might be on my Facebook channel. As a matter of fact, I might revisit my my message on. Y'all want to do some more feel good messages, because I feel like we coming into the end of this year. I don't know. I don't know what next year is going to look like for me. I know I went through a lot this year. I went through a lot of things that I didn't see, coming. I had to struggle in ways that I didn't know that I need to struggle. I didn't know I was going to be in a car accident. I'm still limping around trying to get this leg together, and just so many different things. People, I have lost relationships, not even necessarily lost loved ones, but I have lost relationships in 2024. So now we are literally at the end of 2024. October is next week. There is only a few months left in 2024. So what we do, it takes about 90 days to begin to mold your life into what you want it to be. So coming into 2025, I think that it is time for everyone to focus on what pleases them most. That's why I thought it was so important for me to do these feel good messages, because a lot of people don't know what their dreams, their desires, and their destinies are. So you're going to jump into next year and I don't know how people map out their New Year's resolutions, or what they are thinking about coming in to a brand new year and all those type of things. But the things that I had to go through, even in 2024, I feel like God is trying to place into my spirit that it is important for you to prioritize you. Prioritize your happiness. No one else is going to do it for you. Even the people that I least expected I didn't get certain phone call, Mother's Day, birthdays, and different holidays where I felt as though I should have felt special from different people and didn't get the recognition that I felt as though I deserved. And it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So if I don't prioritize myself and put myself on that pedestal, I know I worked hard for all these years, even to see the accomplishments of my children and all these type of things. I know what I deserve in life. And if I don't prioritize myself, no one is going to do it for me, especially the people that you expect to. You have to do these things for yourself. So God is like opening my eyes to the fact that focus on you. Do what you have to do to focus on you. What do you want out of life? What is going to please you? What is going to fulfill your heart's desire? It is time to prepare for a whole new year. So you don't have, like me, I went through some struggles in 2024. You don't have to have had a whole lot of struggles in 2024 like I had in 2024 just to kind of think about what you want to look different for you coming up in 2025. Maybe you want to accomplish more things. Maybe you have goals that you want to achieve. Maybe you have big dreams or desires for your life. And in order to focus on the desires and dreams of your life and even be aligned with your destiny, you're going to have to let some things go so you can fit what is necessary on your plate. All that ain't going to fit on there. You got so much on your plate. You got stuff falling off and hanging off, and you ain't even on the plate. So it's time to take some stuff off so you can put what's important on there. So I think a lot of people, a lot of times, we are givers, we are nurturers, and I'm not only talking about women, I'm talking about men too. They play the role of whatever role that you play in your family or your life, your fathers, fathers, your uncles, your husbands, and all of those type of things. About all means, if God called you to play those roles in your life, then you put everything that you have into playing those roles. But if you don't prioritize yourself, you are not going to be 100% effective in the roles that God has called you to play in your life. You can't be an effective anything if you don't learn how to prioritize yourself. So I am in the process of prioritizing myself. I've been on this journey for a long time. From the time that I decided to clean myself up, oh my goodness, I'm coming into, I think I'll be celebrating 11 years clean and sober from drugs and alcohol in October. October 16th is my anniversary. That I just thought about that. But yes, I'll be celebrating another year of sobriety this year on October 16th. It might be 11 or 12 years. I don't know. But yeah, and ever since I began to like change my life around and focus more on being a better me, I learned how to love myself more, prioritize myself more, do more for myself. So now I'm taking it to a higher level. I want to know the desires of my own heart. I want to know what I want out of life so I can pursue those things. I want to know what my dreams are. I want to know what my destiny is. I want to know what my desires are so I can begin to pursue those things. So yes, it's all about me at this point. So I don't know how many of you can relate to that or just have not been prioritizing yourself for I don't know how long, but once you begin to love yourself more, focus on yourself more, and do the things that is necessary for you, let go of some of those hurts and pains and allow yourself to heal and overcome the things that you had to grow through in your past. We like to say we go through stuff. You ain't going through stuff. You growing through stuff. Put an R after that G. God is allowing you to grow. He ain't letting you go. A lot of us don't let ourselves go. Let yourself grow through your life's experiences so you can get on the path to where you really need to be. So while I thought these messages were so very powerful, and I'm so grateful that God placed it in my heart to do these feel good messages, I think before I jump into my next topic, because we are coming into a new year, I think I'm going to revisit my message on hope next week, just to give us a little bit of hope coming into October. We are beginning a new season. We have new reasons to start our life over brand new. Some of us are getting older. Some of us are going through transformation stages in our life, going from one thing to another thing. That butterfly phase, you going from the caterpillar to the butterfly, and it's time for you to spread your beautiful wings and live the life that you deserve to live. So we're going to spread a little bit of hope next week. I think I'm going to do my message on hope next week. So y'all tune in for that. And thank you all who are here joining my live. I see y'all. God bless you. I love you. I greet you with peace and with love. And I appreciate your time, your patience, and your presence here on this message on this Saturday evening. I know that you could be doing anything else with your time, but you are here with me getting some of this feel good message on this Saturday night. And I am so grateful for you being here. But I'm going to drop this quote on y'all real quick, and then I'm going to leave you guys with the affirmation, and y'all go out there and party, pop bottles, do whatever you going to do on this Saturday night, as long as you stay happy and stay safe and do whatever pleases your heart. I don't know, whatever you choose to do, but I think I'm gonna go out and have dinner with my daughter tonight. But my quote is from a man named Neville Goddard. I don't know if any of you may be familiar with Mr. Neville Goddard, but he made himself known in the early 1900s, I believe. And he was a famous motivational speaker. I listened to a lot of motivational speaking. I listened to Mr. Neville Goddard a lot, but he was a writer and a speaker in the early early 1900s. And Mr. Goddard said, the power to create your own destiny is within you. And I think that that is very powerful, and I don't think that we realize that the power to create our own destiny is within us. So once we realize that we have the power to create our own destiny, to go out after the destiny that we create for ourselves, then maybe we can be more purposeful on mapping out that path of destiny that we desire to live out in our hearts. This is for you. This is what's going to please you. These are things that you always wanted to do. This is fulfilling your own heart's desires. These are your dreams. This is your desires. This is your destiny. And you hold the power to that in your own hands. So Mr. Goddard was a very intelligent and successful and wise man. And these are golden nuggets that he left here with us. The power to create your own destiny is within you. So I want y'all to go out here and start mapping out your own destiny and stop leaving your destiny in other people's hands. And this affirmation I want you to speak over yourself is, I am destined for greatness. I want you to say that to yourself. Say it about yourself. Speak it over yourself. Say it over and over and over and over and over again. So I want you to think about that word destiny today. And I want you to say to yourself, affirm that goodness within yourself. Say, I am destined for greatness. Even if you convince yourself that you are destined for greatness, because in all reality, that is what you want for yourself. When I say it, I want to feel that. I am destined for greatness. I want to say it. I want to feel it. I want to mean it. I want to be destined for greatness. I want that to be my reality. I want to pursue greatness. I want to walk into greatness. I got a fortune that I got like maybe a year ago, and I believe that it says greatness is its own reward, or goodness is its own reward. So it's goodness for goodness. So once you present goodness into the atmosphere, you will be rewarded with goodness. You are destined for greatness. Allow greatness to be your reality today and every single day, and allow you to walk the path of destiny with greatness in your heart, greatness on your mind, doing great things, looking forward to great things, living a great life. The things that you truly want for yourself is possible. You're able to do those things. Who's to say that you can't? We get in the way of our own destiny in our own life, because a lot of times we tell ourselves what we can't do before we even give it a shot. That's why I speak affirmations at the end of all of my life lessons, so you can speak goodness over yourself. Constantly get in the habit of speaking goodness over yourself. I believe that we should speak affirmations over ourselves every single day. These are things that I do for myself every single day. I speak positive affirmations over myself. I am blessed. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am happy. I am healthy. I am better. I am better today than I was yesterday. And I am. And I keep speaking that over myself. And every day that I tell myself I am better today than I was yesterday, I get better and better and better and better and better. I want to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And I know that's not for everybody. Everybody don't desire to be the best version of themselves that they could possibly be, but I do. That's what I want for myself. That's the version of myself that I want to present to this world. I want to be the best everything that I can possibly be, whatever God is calling me to be. So you are destined for greatness. Speak it until you feel it. Speak it until you feel it. Say that to yourself over and over and over again, not just today, but every day. Say to yourself, I am destined for greatness, because you are. You can allow that thing to become your reality only if you want it to. I want to be destined for greatness. So that is it, you guys. God bless you. I love you. Thank you. Real quick, go to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. My views and my subscribers are going up by the second. I am so grateful for that. If you have not liked, share, and subscribed, or tell your neighbor, tell your friend, go to YouTube, and that is True Value Knowing Your Worth on YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank you so much in advance if you are going to subscribe, and if you have already subscribed, I thank you for your support in that way. Also, my books are available and on sale on Amazon. You can buy the Kindle version, you can buy the paperback version. I am in the process of writing my 5th book, but my books that are published already are True Value Knowing Your Worth, Walking Treasures, Discover Your Hidden Treasures, Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness, and Religiously, and that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. I think that's my favorite one, is Religiously. I don't know, but check it out. You might like it. Buy it for somebody. Christmas is around the corner for those of us that celebrate Christmas. Buy it as a gift. Buy the 4-book collection as a gift to someone. Buy it to support or whatever. You can just pop in on Amazon and look up my author's page that is under my first and last name, which is Sakira Bay, and you can just, I think it lets you virtually go through the pages and read some of the beginning and maybe the end of it to see if you like any of them or not. But your support is greatly appreciated. Shout out to those of you who take your time out to support me on a regular basis. I am so grateful for you. My kids' birthdays, I have 3 September birthdays, and 3 of my kids' birthdays are in September. I got 1 October and 1 November that is coming up. But just celebrating with me and supporting me in the ways that you have been supporting me even through this journey, my ups, my downs, my highs, my lows. I see y'all. I am grateful for you. I love you, and I just want to say thank you for all of your support, even if it's just a view, your comments, everything that you do to support me on a regular basis. I just want to say thank you. So y'all go out here and do whatever you're going to do on this Saturday night. Be blessed. Take peace with you. Take love with you. Hug somebody, kiss somebody, tell someone that you love them. Share this message with someone. Share the message of hope, peace, and love. Go out here and tell somebody your testimony. You've been through some stuff. Somebody might need a little ray of hope. Talk to someone that is younger than you. Speak life into someone. Tell someone, if God allowed you to make it through the things that He allowed you to make it through, then you know that they're going to be all right because you've been there. I'm telling you, everyone encourage someone. Everyone teach someone something. We need to spread more hope, more peace, and more love across this world. No complaining and all of the negative things that is going around in this world. Let's leave all of those things to the side and let's spread some love. So that is it, you guys. God bless you. I love you. Look out for more life lessons, more motivational videos, short videos, long videos. Go to my YouTube channel and check out the videos. I love you guys. In the meantime, you guys continue to stay blessed.